Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. It's another episode of the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. Why does my audio not sound correct? Check, check, check. You guys hear me okay? Let me know, please. Just sounds different in my headphones today. All right, we're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's why. There we go. All right, we're back. Hello. Welcome. Crazy morning. For those of you watching the show right now, thinking that you're seeing something crazy, you are. Our good friend, the legend, Bobby Midnight, just dropped a $50 super chat. And I will explain why. Bobby, who's been the recipient of many Venmos, has never Venmoed anybody. And after 37 minutes on the phone, we finally came up with the idea, Bob, when I go live, just transfer the money to your bank and then send me the money there. So this is the money that people donated and sent to Jake, that Jake then sent to Bobby, that we had to get to me because I put out the money to order Bobby an air conditioner. And thank you to, I don't want to miss anyone, it was Fast and Furious, to Leany, Jaden D'Angelo, the big fella, and Jeffrey for also chipping in. We were able to get the big Bobino, an air conditioner, and according to my emails, it will be there. Well, in New Jersey, it would be there tomorrow, but it might take a little bit longer. It's pending. So, Bobby, I'll keep you updated on when it'll be there. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Bobby, you're a nice guy. I hope it gets there as quickly as possible. I will track it and keep you posted. But glad we were able to figure that out. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's the Nick Shine Show. Let me hit this. We'll get right into it.
This got me.
Gentry covered in football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. The New York Jets, days away from training camp. Fuck yeah, we made it. Rookies report this weekend, veterans after the weekend. But we're here today to discuss, how will Aaron Glenn's training camp differ from most recent camps under Robert Saleh? So Glenn's on record as saying they're going to be more physical. They're going to be ready to hit. They're going to be a team that brings the physicality. They're going to be the team that does the punching in the mouth. And you get that amped up by doing it in the preseason. Listen, there's a chance with physicality that someone can get injured. You're blocking, you're hitting, you're tackling. There's a risk. You can't play football scared. Injuries, sadly, are a part of the game. And as someone who's coached, loves this game, there's been guys who don't get touched and their ligaments snap. Vinny Testaverde comes to mind. Many others. So injuries can happen while training. Injuries can happen while jogging. Injuries can happen while washing your truck at home. Yeah, shout out to Jeff Kent. For those of you who don't know, former Major League Baseball MVP Jeff Kent broke his wrist one time while washing his truck at home, and he fell off the truck and broke his wrist. So injuries can happen anywhere. You got to be smart with the way you manage it. So Aaron Glenn, I hope you have a good plan together. I hope that the strength and conditioning team has these guys ready to go. I hope that there's all the protocols in place to make sure these guys are recovering on the daily and getting them ready before they get out there in the morning. So, yeah, May says it perfectly. Salah was scared. He was scared. He coached timid. For a guy who was very aggressive with the referees, he was very timid as a coach. He didn't have balls. With some cock. Mike Malillo with a super chat. Thank you, my friend Mike. Congrats on the weight loss. I'm rooting for your Jets to win a Super Bowl. Hopefully this season. I hope. From your lips to God's ears, Mike. Let's go, Yankees. Dropping in to support your channel, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Mike, you're the man, bro. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I miss our crazy mornings, afternoons, evenings at the warehouse at good old Optimum. Hope everything's great, man. And hit me up on DM me. Let's catch up. Hopefully these Yankees turn this shit around, get some pitching. They win 10-0, 9-1, and then they'll get no hit. It's ridiculous. Matthew says that Salah had the balls of a child. Okay. But when you get out on the field, you got to set a tone. Everyone looks to the head coach to set the personality of the team. Aaron Glenn's got personality. He's got fire. As Charles Gorman would say, he's got spunk. But not on him like Charles does. Aaron Glenn, show us who this team is going to be. We've heard the speeches. We've heard the press conferences. We've got a taste of it on the field. But let's see really what this Jets team is going to be. We know we have the offensive line to impose our will on the opposition. We know we have the secondary to cover a lot of these teams. We're going to be more aggressive up front with Wilkes. Remember, Wilkes got fired in San Francisco because he blitzed too much and didn't fit Shanahan's ideology. This is going to be a different defensive scheme than we've seen. But you want these guys hitting the field at home, 1 o'clock, September 7th, like it's mid-October. You want them ready to go week one. You want the offensive line conditioned, in rhythm, working together. The New York Jets have the opportunity to have a good year one under Coach Glenn. Yes, there's a lot of questions, but there's a lot of definitives too. We've discussed the questions. Sunday night, 8 o'clock, Dylan Terraman will be joining me, and we will be discussing some of the top storylines to keep an eye on going into training camp. Spoke to Dylan. We're going to have him back on towards the end of training camp, and we're going to have a recap video to see how the stories played out that we wanted to keep an eye on. Boomtown, I apologize. Wasn't doing a show. Was doing a show. Wasn't doing a show. Back to doing a show. Sorry. I spent 40 minutes on the phone with the legend Bobby Midnight trying to get him to send me the $50 in Venmo that Jake sent him. We couldn't figure it out because Bobby is a one-way street. He just receives Venmos. He never sends them. So an air conditioner was placed for the old man and his fat raccoon of a cat that he calls it. And that's on its way. Thank you again, Big Fella, Leany, Jaden, Jeffrey for chipping in, and whoever chipped in from Jake's show as well. But that's why you see something you'll probably never see. You might want to, hey guys, screenshot this. Yeah, you'll never see that ever again, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you, Bobby. Thank you again to my buddy Mike. Now, Tanner Engstrand and Scott Turner. I want to see how they run this. I want to see how they conduct the training camp. Turner was an assistant last year, got promoted to an interim offensive coordinator in Vegas after they made some changes. Ben Johnson ran things for the offense in Detroit under Dan Campbell. Now it's your room. It's your side of the ball. 1 second. Ian Rappaport with a tweet about Jordan Addison and the Vikings. Oh, just a vehicle offense. No contract news. But Tanner Engstrand, show us what you got. You're hyped up. You sound great. I will say that. Tanner Engstrand at the microphone sounds smart. Can you apply that to the field? Can you build that into your offense? Can you make that your identity? Can you be coaching Justin Fields to be a smart quarterback? Can you get Justin Fields to understand the game, your scheme, and your plan the way you sound? That's what makes great coaches great. It's not just their ability to play call. It's how they teach the game. It's how they explain the game. It's how they diagram the game. Engstrand talks the part. Now you got to walk the walk, man. And I'm sure he's aware of this. You're coming into a fan base that's a little bit tired of losing. You're coming into a fan base that is fed up. We're not patient anymore. We should be patient in year one. Should be. With a new regime. You got to lay the groundwork. You got to set your foundation. You got to build your culture. We get all that. But many teams do that and are still able to win. The New York Jets got to get some dubs. And not B-dubs. There's nothing wrong with wings. I support. But the New York Jets, while building the culture, should get some W's, ladies and gentlemen. Now, how do you go about that? Are you going to be creative? Are you going to have the balls to call some plays that you might not have a comfort level with yet? You got to be smart, but you also have to take a little bit of a risk and chance, because every play he calls for Justin Fields will be the first time he's calling that play. So he doesn't know how it's really going to go. But 3rd and 12. Are we checking it down? Are we kicking it to the defense? We're down 4 with 6 minutes left. Are we going to do what the Jets have done so many times, where play it safe, check it down, don't get the first, punt it away, never get the ball back? Or you're going to have some balls. You're going to trust your quarterback to go make plays for you from the pocket, not just with his legs. My buddy JoJo with a comment. It's going to be hard for any new regime. Fans won't be patient here after no playoffs for 15 years. It's a drought. It's certainly a drought. New Jersey can use a drought after the rain we had. Horrible, horrible rain hit here Monday night. Horrible videos, horrible flooding. Green Truth Dave. This team is not going to be good. I do think they build on it moving forward until later years. All right. I like this comment. Let's dig into this one a little bit. Thank you for the comment, Dave. I appreciate it. Also, ladies and gentlemen, super chats. Like you see the 2 previous ones. Get your comment on air right away. Gifted memberships. Great way to share the love here. We love on this channel. I love Bobby, my friend. That's why we helped him out today, get him an air conditioner in his oven of an apartment. Dixon, yes. 7-month member of the channel. Even though it's Glenn's first year, we've been here for a long time and expect success immediately. A lot of pressure for Glenn. Very true. Very true. Now, Dave, some of the things that we should be able to do well: run the ball, be deceptive, right? Like last year, it was obvious when we were going to run it. It's obvious when we're going to pass it. We should have that advantage. RPOs, rollouts, play action, waggles, all that fun stuff, move in the pocket. We should be on the upper half of the league in doing some of those things, right? Defense, got a hell of a secondary. Michael Carter is one of the top slots in the league. Sauce, one of the top, if not the top corner in the league, depending on who you speak to. We got 2 good linebackers. We got 2 good edge rushers. We got an all-pro defensive tackle. The defensive scheme is built to be better than what we've had. So we should be able to play defense well. We should be able to run the ball well. It all comes down to Fields' evolution as a passer. Everything hinges on that. So the things that we do well, covering the pass, guess what? A lot of teams like to pass the ball. If we can neutralize that, we'll be competitive. We can cover longer in man than we did in zone. Pass rush should be able to get home. So there are things that we do well that translate to winning in this day and era in the NFL. But again, I say that with this little asterisk, got to have a quarterback. Got to be able to make throws. So if Justin Fields can be average, I think you're looking at a winning football team this year. The second half of that schedule, you win 3 or 4 games in the first half, you're going to look at a team that after the bye is going to be a team that no one's going to want to play. One of the better lines in the NFL, very good running back room, mobile quarterback, elite weapon at wide receiver. There may be some traction with Mason Taylor. One of the second-round draft picks just signed. I think he was the pick after Mason, if I stand corrected. If I remember correctly, I should say. Last night I saw a tweet from Rich Cimini saying that it might lead to some action now. You know, we got the week. I don't want to see a holdout. I know the second rounders want to get paid like first rounders. They want the guaranteed money. Listen, you took a kid that's going to be a big part of your offense. I'd get him in. Like, what are we doing? Guarantee the money. It's second round money. It's not a fully guaranteed first round, 7th overall like Membu got. Just guarantee the money if everyone else is going to do it. Get ahead of the curve. Stop waiting for everyone else to do it. Treat the players the right way. Sign the kid, get him what he wants, and move on from there. But Dave, thank you for the comment. Looking for some other comments to get on. If you got a comment that I may have missed, like we said, super chats, guarantee you to get your comment on air. Dave agrees with Alan. At this time, I'd be surprised if Quincy Williams is back. Yeah, we've discussed this a bunch. I know this is one of Alan's big takes. I mean, it makes sense, right? You just paid your linebacker $15 million a year. You signed Sherwood without even coaching him. You signed Sherwood. I mean, it makes sense, Alan. It totally makes sense that if Quincy does very well in this scheme, you're probably going to lose him. Does he take less money to stay here with his brother? Maybe. But if he goes all-pro level again, he's going to want all-pro level money. We looked at the franchise tag for linebackers the other day. It's $25 million. So there's big money out there. I know that has edge rushers factored in, 3-4 outside linebackers. They're grouped in. But Jets might not want to pay $15 million a year for 2 linebackers each. So it's worth keeping an eye on. It's definitely one of the in-season storylines, right? Aside from the games themselves. How's Quincy utilized? How's Quincy schemed up? Is Quincy the guy all over the field again being a monster? Is he blitzing to end the game in Denver with the scoop fumble that we scored? Is he bone-jarring hits on wide or running back, tight end passes to the flat like we've seen. Dave says running the ball is what they should be able to do. They're missing a CB2, a wide receiver 2, a DT2, and specials are a big question mark at this time. Too many holes, and Fields is a huge question. It's all fair. But running the ball well can open up your passing attack. He's never had an offensive line like this, Fields. He's never had a running back like Brees. On par, I'll put Garrett on par with DJ Moore as the top weapon that he's had. So there's an ability there to do some things. It all comes down to coaching and scheme. It's a big part of this. If this is a scheme that just looks modern day NFL, why can't he? I don't think Arthur Smith had that in Pittsburgh last year. Alan says this defensive scheme is not built. It's not built up to 230-pound linebackers. I get you. I get you. That's why I'm very curious on the schematics of it. I'm very curious on the play calling. Yeah, perfect comment here, Dave. Get ready to steal a lot of stack boxes until Fields can prove you can beat it. 100%. But that's where the play action, the RPO, the hesitation. You know, I say on the show all the time, when you're a linebacker, if you take that false step and then they gash you back the other way, now you're in chase mode instead of getting it stuffed right in the gap. That's what she said. Boomtown with a good point. Problem is, we were at the same about Mims. Had his guaranteed money issue was a thing back then. Just pay him. Very slippery slope. I get it, Boom. But the way the second rounders are going now, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's what? It's inevitable. It's what? It's going to happen. Shout out to Team America, Kim Jong-un. That's the trend of the league. I'm not saying make it a one-time deal. It's going to happen. It's a trickle-down effect. The agents are pulling for it. The players are going to hold out. Sense of entitlement. Everyone thinks they're owed everything before they do something in this world. Jets might want to get ahead of it. Like, what would piss me off is if Taylor misses 2 weeks of camp and then gets the goddamn deal that we know he's going to get anyway. It's going to happen. I'm not saying doing it and no one else is. It's going to happen. These guys are united. It's going to happen. Buddy, Matt. It's weird seeing your name there. It's going to be an up year for the Jets. They'll perform well enough to make next year's offseason a nightmare and sabotage the subsequent season. I love your takes on things. Jojo with another good comment. Fields is going to have to make throws no one expects. It's true. If you make those throws, it opens up everything. If you're throwing a go route to Arian Smith and you throw it 5 yards out of bounds and it's not catchable and the defense is laughing, coach probably isn't going to go back to that. If you hit one to Arian Smith and we get a 73-yard touchdown, mark that down, folks. Our first touchdown out of the year, boom, 73-yarder. I don't know why I said it. I said it, but let's mark that one down, please, if you don't mind, good sir. 73-yard touchdown. Now you changes how a defense calls the game. We saw it last year. Rodgers loved checking down. Rodgers loved the safe passes. Rodgers loved the high percentage passes. But you know what? That didn't win. You got to spread the defense out. Alan says, only problem with this O-line is Fashanu and AVT are more finesse O-line and unsure if they truly fit our direction. I see AVT can ask for whatever he wants. If he's not a badass in the trenches this year, knocking people down, see ya. I'd rather give Simpson 2 more years, 24 million, 2 years. That's if he goes to this Mauler level that he should be utilized as. Yeah, I am very big. I've been the first one on the AVT thing. I'm shocked they picked up the 5th-year option. I was saying that last year with the injuries. Do you even pick up the 5th-year option? This is his 5th-year option coming up. Contract year, could get a lot out of the guy. Didn't have to rehab all off season. But I don't see it. I see them getting their identity on the offensive line. Now, does that mean moving Chipman to guard down the road and drafting an elite center? Does it mean drafting a monster guard in next year's draft? Does it mean free agency with someone who fits this identity more? To be determined. But yeah, AVT and Breece Hall, I have a hard time seeing both of them back. Got another tweet. Ravens expected to sign pass rusher Mike Green to his 4-year contract today. I miss doing shows during the day where you get tweets and information during it. Not a lot comes in at 12 o'clock at night. Just Tom Ace texting me, you up? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the Ravens are always loaded. You know why? They don't change the coaching staff. They don't change their schemes. They never have to hit an organization reset button like we do every 3-4 years. That's why these teams with stability, you promote your coaches from within, you draft to the same type of player every year, and you never have to have the overhaul. Hey Siri, text Johnny Jimenez. Yes, I am live. Please stop sending me these pictures. They're highly inappropriate. The lighting is bad, but congratulations. That's a nice piece and look of beef. Sorry, guys. I thought I was on mute. But I tell you what we're going to do. I got 15 minutes left. Hey, Siri. Text Knobcraft. No, I'm not live. I'm at ShopRite. So, some of the things to look forward to with the Jets. The cohesion of this offensive line. The health. How do they rotate the wide receivers? It's a big thing to keep an eye on. Is Lazard just a blocker? Is Lazard part of the passing attack? Always love a good question in the chat. Who is your favorite fake wrestler? Asking for a child. My favorite as a kid, obviously, was Hogan. My favorite as a young adult was The Undertaker. My favorite as an adult was The Undertaker. And my favorite now is Liv Morgan. Mock draft simulators have us picking it too. Well, that usually goes off of a lot of the simulators are based off of the Vegas odds to win the Super Bowl. So our odds are probably horrific. Listen, if you're picking it too, You know Justin Fields isn't the guy. You're in a terrific position to get a franchise quarterback, and you don't have to give up draft picks to get there. So even though it would be another losing season, me, of course, the most positive Jet fan out there who gets shit on for it, can find a positive in a horrible season. The worst thing for the New York Jets this year is to be on the fence. They could compete for a playoff spot. If they were healthy, they would have won a few more games. Let's run it back. But here's why I'm not worried. Aaron Glenn didn't even want to hear what Aaron Rodgers had to say. He said, we're not running it back. This is our plan. I think Aaron Glenn will want a young quarterback. I think Tanner Engstrand deserves a young quarterback to build, to mold. It's to quote Aaron Boone, which is going to get Yankees fans furious. I'm mad that I'm going to say this. It's all there right in front of us. You control the trenches, you control the game. You control the game on the back end, you're intercepting passes, you're covering well enough, you're getting strip fumbles on sacks. You can change the game. We've had the game changed on us so many times in so many ways to lose. Maybe coaching and scheme and design and talent start to win us some games. We know we have great individual talent at a lot of positions. We just don't have the coaching to bring it together the last couple of years. We don't have the quarterback. 28 touchdowns didn't mean dick. Didn't. 5.6 touchdowns per win. It sucks. Or a win every 5.6 touchdowns, I should say. I'll take 17 passing touchdowns and 8-9 wins this year. David says, I think Lazard might not make the opening day roster because he doesn't offer much on special teams. Most number 4 wide receivers are lower on the depth chart, are expected to be special teams assets. I fully believe he will be inactive week 1, and they will trade him to Pittsburgh Monday, September 8th. They're not giving him to them now. They're not giving him to them now. I don't know if I said that the right way. It felt weird. Dylan, what the fuck, man? Dylan! Sunday's appearance is canceled. What is this madness? Rodgers, 5 TDs in week 1. No way. Garrett, season-ending injury. Jesus Christ. Botched the top pick in the draft with 3 wins. What the fuck? Did Allen get a hold? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see Gator's question. I saw the wrestling question. I missed this one. I'm like, what the? Holy shit. If the Jets curse is real, what are the top 3 horrific things that will happen this year? Oh, man. I mean, those are good ones. Now, looking in hindsight. Rodgers wins MVP. I'll go bigger, right? If the Jets curse is real, Rodgers wins MVP and hoists the Lombardi trophy. More Achilles injuries hits the team. Someone sacks Aaron Rodgers and their Achilles ruptures. That would be the Jets curse, right? This is doomsday scenarios here. Ooh, that sounds nice. Well, Dixon, last year I said 13-4, and it never happened. So this year, I'm talking about all the worst scenarios to make sure they don't happen. Oh, god damn, boom. Come on, man. This is too far. Rick Johnson named interim GM. Oh, man. Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson is believed to have recovered from his recent right shoulder setback as the team prepares to report for training camp next week. I miss reading live tweets. Oh, Jesus Christ, Gator. What the fuck, man? We play football to play the game, and the game plays us. Like, that would be some stupid shit. Also, unlimited martinis in the owner suite. Dylan said you should just follow Iowa and their players and not the Jets, Alan. Alan, you should start a Iowa football YouTube channel and let all of us call in and hit your chat. Kevin Tats is here, ladies and gentlemen. The Kevin Tats that gifted 10 memberships the other night. Thank you, Kev. You are a nice guy. I did hear it. So Shane Gillis said last night that Aaron Rodgers gained some notoriety for not wanting to take the vaccine because he was afraid of what it would do to himself. Also agreed to play for the Jets. Ladies and gentlemen, he is done sending me inappropriate pictures of his South meat. Let's welcome Johnny Boy.
Hey, what up, brother? How you holding up, man?
I'm good. Crazy morning. Was going to go help Nick. That fell through. 40 minutes on the phone. 37 minutes, I think, on the phone with Bobby. Ordered Bobby an air conditioner.
Oh, dude, that was dope of you, man. Yo, shout you out. And shout out to Bobby, man, on getting his JOB too, man. So it's pretty dope.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, so I wanted to ask you a question.
What you got?
With the previous regime, the way the rookies were treated, do you think that with the new regime, it's going to be the same? So what do I mean by that? You remember we had Sauce, and Sauce didn't start off the jump. It was somebody else, even though Sauce was the way better player.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the whole, like, no, let the vets be the people to go there first? Or is it best man up?
I think Membu is right tackle day one. You're not wasting reps with an offensive lineman and giving it to Max Mitchell, Carter Warren, or Chemuke. I don't even know if I'm saying this name right. That's Chimu. Chimu, there we go. That's what I'm going to call him, Chimu. You want every rep possible with him and AVT next to one another. You want Will McDonald making him better every day in practice.
Yeah.
Now, other positions, Mason Taylor, probably going to have to work his way in if he's even there on time. I don't think anyone else is a guaranteed starter, right? Like AZ Thomas is going to rotate. You know, he's going to be a part of some packages. Stevens is your guy to start. Moore will be in a rotation, I think, with safeties. Arian Smith will have a very, very small role. I think everyone needs to lower their expectations on Arian Smith is and will be, because his route running was piss poor at OTAs.
Mm-hmm.
He can run fast. He can run straight. I got nothing else I can say good right now.
I mean, that's how he was in Georgia. So you're completely right. They literally all they ever asked him was run as fast as you can, or either a quick slant and we'll give you the ball, or do some crap from the back, and that was really it. You know, so you know what I mean.
I know. That was you the other night in the chat with wifey. Hope she's okay.
I got punched, man. But you know, that's for the late night shows.
That's it. That's it. We can make reference to the late night show. It's a tease to get people to tune in. I don't know if anyone else is getting those reps. And don't forget, there was 4 picks in the top 35 that year. So you had to hummel them, right? Like, it's know your role and earn your role was like what Saleh preached. I don't think they're fucking around with the offensive line. I don't think they're going to waste reps and have Mitchell out there with the ones or Chimu out there with the ones. It's Membu's job. I don't think there's anything there. Now, everyone else can be worked in. Everyone else is a rotational piece. You know, offensive line is there. Middle linebacker is there. Tight end rotates certain packages, right? You might be tight end one, but not in like in certain short down situations. AZ Thomas, rotational piece. Arian Smith, rotational piece. Moore, rotational piece. Barron, rotational piece. There's no one that is a clear-cut starter. And I think that 2022 class spoiled us with that.
So, and you brought up the name that I wanted to ask was the Stevens pick, right? So I know that we paid him a lot of money. And if AZ Thomas is the clear guy that, like, let's just say during training camp, beats him, I mean, would you be upset, or would we as a fan base be upset and say, damn, we spent all this money on this guy and he's riding the bench because we got a guy in AZ Thomas? At that point, could we see a potential trade maybe down the line if we're doing so well? You know, I mean, your thoughts on that?
I'm not sure. Too early to tell, right? Like if Aaron Glenn learned anything in Detroit, it's depth really helps you.
100%.
Depth really helps, which has nothing to do with Matthew's comment here, but depth is important. So I don't think they're going to move from certain positions. I mean, Quincy and Brees are the two, right?
Yeah.
Quincy and Brees are the only two that I could see being moved. Maybe Cisco, if Malachi Moore shows, hey, this is my job. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot to look forward to. You know, I don't want to talk about selling off yet. That's what October's for.
Correct.
As Jets fans, we need content in October, so we'll talk about potential trade options when things go poorly. But
I just say it in the sense of stuff going really well for us, and then there's somebody that's out there that we want, but we need to move the money off the books for us. You know what I mean? And then the last thing I wanted to ask you,
tough moving like the contract like Stevens in year one. It'll kill you.
And yeah,
It'll kill you.
So the last thing I wanted to ask you, and because the rookies are getting ready to rock and roll and whatnot, which rookie do you think is going to have the biggest impact off the?
It's Membu by far.
Okay.
Membu to me should be in that Tristan Wirfs category where he could be by mid next year the best right tackle in football in that discussion. I think he can be that good at right tackle.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I same boat. I think second is it has to be Taylor, right? Because we really haven't had a tight end.
Don't forget, there's surprises every year.
Correct.
Right? There's times where a 6th round quarterback goes on to win a bunch of games in February. You know, so it's not always chalk, right? There's opportunity. There's coaching at different positions, or you know, the scheme on defense versus offense, how players are utilized, the availability, you know, the playing time that they get, you know, due to maybe some guys getting hurt. So, but Johnny, thank you for calling in. I got to get out the door. I got to go pick up lunch before work.
All right, man. Do you think and everybody hit the sub, hit the like button? If you haven't, what are you doing?
Yes, that's it. What are you doing? What are you doing? We're at 15:22. We're growing slowly but surely, ladies and gentlemen. I've had the what did we learn up there. I got to get out the door. Boomtown, I will, Matt, as soon as I go upstairs, I will check the front porch. Boomtown, what did you learn? I know, Stack. I was so close to the car wash yesterday and had to turn around and come home. But It's all right. It rained yesterday anyway, so it's better off waiting a day. I got the car wash membership, so I'm not stressing it, even if it does rain, but I tip all the time. So Boomtown learned Bobby and Nala will be cool as cucumbers soon. Well done, Shiners. Salah had the balls of a child. Bobby is a Venmo one-way street. Nick Nostradamus Shine predicts a 73-yard touchdown to start. Bonus, Johnny shares pictures of beef with Nick. Nick Shine WWE chronology. Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, Liv Morgan. That's it. Go big or go baddie. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Today is Thursday. Probably won't go on tonight unless Jets news hits. And I don't know, maybe Friday night we'll do a hangout after work. We'll see. I got to see what Saturday morning entails if I'm getting the boy. But for members of the Discord, pay attention in there as always. What the hell is that? Why'd that get all blurry? There we go. I'm back. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Football is that much closer. Go Jets. And Bobby Midnight, enjoy the cool air that will be delivered soon.